Hello, everybody, and welcome to Fan Dummies. I'm Greg.
And I'm Erin.
And in today's video, we are going to do a review of Loki Season 1. That was, of course, on Disney+. Now, if you like even more Loki content, you should check out our full-length podcast, which we'll put in the description below. Also, we shouldn't have to warn you, but spoilers. If you're watching Loki stuff, just be prepared for spoilers. All right, Erin, let's get into it, shall we?
Yeah.
What did you think of the story? Because it was crazy.
I thought the storyline of season 1 was really great. I really liked the TVA. I like how Loki ended up changing by the end of the season. I thought that was a good storyline for, Loki himself, because I think I grew to like him even more than like when we first started watching it. And I wish we would have got the villain, He Who Remains, earlier in the season and seen that arc, grow faster than it did. Because it seemed like it took us, until episode 6, the last episode, to finally see him.
Mm-hmm.
And then once we did, they kind of just squeezed in a huge villain monologue at the very end, which I didn't think was as interesting if they would have, started him in the season a little earlier.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I thought every episode of Loki was different.
Yeah.
Like, we got introduced to something new almost every episode, some new idea, some new story, some new aspect of Loki. It just seemed like every single episode was kind of in its own little bottle as it moved the story forward.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you could watch any one of them and be impressed with it, I think.
Yeah.
Speaking of being impressed with every episode, could you have predicted anything?
No.
No? Well, we did kind of speculate that we were going to see, Kang the Conqueror.
Yeah, there was some stuff, but as we were watching it, it was hard to know, I guess, where they were going to take each episode.
Yeah.
And as we were watching each episode, I would get anxiety because I was like, oh no, it's going to end. It's going to end. Because we didn't look at the time, like how long they are before they started.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh no, they got to give us more. They got to give us more, because I just couldn't get enough of each episode.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I do think sometimes we get cheated out of some episodes. Like, they should make every episode at least an hour.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Some of them were longer. They were like 40 minutes or so.
Yeah.
I thought that was good.
Yeah. They didn't conform to any sort of standard time, which is good for the story.
Yeah.
They just go as long as they need to go. Now, was there anything that you didn't like?
I'm a little weirded out that Loki and Sylvie like each other. I don't know if that's possible.
I mean, it makes perfect sense to me because, Loki only loves himself.
Yeah.
So who better person than a female version of him?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see how it could have happened any different, because he wouldn't trust anyone but himself, and he doesn't like anyone but himself.
Yeah.
So it's kind of his narcissistic fantasy.
Yeah, it's just kind of weird though.
Yeah.
I don't know. Other than that, I can't really think of anything else that I just didn't like. I wish that we would have seen He Who Remains earlier, like I said before, because I wish we would have gotten more of him.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you the biggest issue with the story for me.
Yeah.
Is that we didn't get hardly any of Sylvie's story. We know she was taken when she was very young, but we don't really know was she a female frost giant and she was, given to Odin just like Loki was. Is it truly a female version of Loki from the very, very beginning? Right? Or how did it even come to be? Does Sylvie miss Odin? She didn't really talk about her family much. We didn't get much from her. Like, to me, it seems like we should have seen more Loki backstory as Sylvie.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, we should have seen him caring for her or something.
Wait, you want a backstory? That's what I'm hearing? The person that hates when there's only a few episodes and all of a sudden one of them is a backstory?
I don't want a whole backstory. What I'm saying is Sylvie ended up being a main character.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel sorry for her that she was a variant. I didn't know what she was missing.
Yeah.
Like Loki, we got an entire episode of him rewinding the tape and looking at his life.
Yeah. We've seen him in all the movies and everything, so you know more about him.
We didn't need that from Loki. We needed it from Sylvie.
Yeah.
Like, we know Loki's story.
I think there's more to Sylvie than we know.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe we'll see more about it in season 2. I mean, she's there for a reason.
Why
they chose her?
Why isn't her name Loki? She said, I don't go by that name. Well, was she named that, or was she named Sylvie? Does she know she was a Loki variant before Loki met her?
Yeah, maybe she changed her name.
I just don't know. Just the whole Sylvie story just isn't concrete with me.
Yeah. It'd be really confusing, though, I think, if her name was Loki and then he was Loki.
Mm-hmm.
I think they just changed it to help the story. Like, so it wouldn't be so confusing when she's being talked about or talked to.
Well, I know, but I didn't get the sense that she is Loki, just a female version.
Yeah.
It just didn't feel like she was Loki. Felt like she was a totally different person. Well, speaking of the love story between Loki and Sylvie,
mm-hmm.
there were a bunch of love stories in season 1. Like a bunch of them.
A bunch?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we have Sylvie and Loki, right?
Yeah, isn't Loki just playing with himself, though?
Exactly. Then, of course, we have Mobius and Judge Renslayer.
Yeah, not very professional.
No, there must not be HR in the TVA.
Hello, no.
I also think there were a few spicy looks between Sylvie and Hunter B-15.
What? I'd watch that spinoff show.
I don't think it'd be on Disney Plus.
No. It's Disney Plus at night for the adults.
Disney. What kind of show do you think this is, Erin? And of course, the spiciest one is Mobius and the jet ski.
Oh my gosh, they're meant for each other.
But what did you think about classic Loki and the smoke monster?
Seems like a toxic relationship.
I don't think classic Loki's getting out of that one alive.
Oh, no.
And then, of course, Hunter C20 and her margaritas.
Well, she has missed a few hot girl summers.
Yes, she has. So, would you like to see a TVA spin-off series starring Owen Wilson?
Yes. Sure. I mean, why not?
I think it would be good with him out just purging timelines and saying wow all the time.
You mean trying to prune people but getting his butt kicked instead?
That would be a great show where he just could not prune the variant. Like he's just like the worst at his job.
They made him almost into a stormtrooper. He's just so weak and has no fighting skills, and it was bad. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think we're going to learn what his day job was. Like, I bet you he was, like a copier salesperson or something. He's probably sold jet skis. Yeah. I mean, he's not like a taekwondo champion. Yeah. Probably worked at the lake. Yeah. Renting jet skis to people. Yeah. Just dreaming about it. Just dreaming about it. Okay. Enough jokes. How would we rate season 1 of Loki between 1 and 5 stars? Now, the last time you rated season 1 4 stars. Yeah. Did it go up or down? Stay the same. I think maybe up 4.5. 4.5? Yeah, I liked it. That's dang near a perfect TV show. I liked it a lot. And I think I liked this so much just because each episode was so new and fresh. It wasn't just the same old Spider-Man. It wasn't the same old Batman. And that's DC. But, it's not the same characters, not the same origin story over and over. something new. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Now, the TVA and all those things exist in comics, but I like how they dug it up and used it in an interesting way.
Yeah, but I mean, we've seen Loki a million times, it seems like, in the Marvel movies, but we haven't seen him like this. And I think it's totally different than what we've seen. You know, they added so many new Loki variants. You know, we got Sylvie and we got the alligator Loki. Just classic Loki. I mean, it's just awesome. I liked all the Loki variants, Frog Loki, Kid Loki. I thought that was a lot of fun. So just something new, not the same old.
Yeah.
I think it's totally worth watching.
Same for me. I think it went up to 4.5 stars. I was going to say that exact thing. It was really good. Better than WandaVision. Better than Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Really good. Okay. Better or worse than The Bad Batch?
It's different.
Yeah.
That's kind of hard to compare. Because The Bad Batch, I don't know. I don't expect it to be so different. It's just kind of like Bad Batch does the task. They go back. It's like a little family. It's cute. I don't know. I think that they're going into something more, but we haven't seen it yet. And Loki is only 6 episodes, so it's just like bam, bam, bam. It's over. I
would take more Loki over more Bad Batch if I had to pick. If they both stop now and I could pick forward on either one, I would pick more Loki. Love me some Bad Batch though. Yeah. But I think Loki's a little better.
I think the story is a little bit more complex. Bad Batch is real simple.
Thank you so much for watching. We would love to know what you think of season 1 of Loki on Disney Plus down in the comments below. As always, we talk superheroes and science fiction every week. Give us a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell so you don't miss anything. You can check the description box below for links to our full-length Loki podcast, which I think you'll really like, all of our merch, all of our social media, all that down in the description box below.
But if you want to buy your own variant t-shirt or your very own Loki alligator.
Oh yeah.
We'll put links down below for those too.
Yeah. Links for Loki merch. You won't get this shirt, but you'll get a variant of it.
I can sell you mine.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Bye.
Check out our other Loki and Marvel content right up here. Really good. Alligator Loki tells you to.
Wow.